This is a brief tutorial on how to personalize your desktop backdrop. To do so, you will want to take your finger and place it at the right-hand side of your screen and swipe inwards. Place your finger at the right-hand side of your screen and swipe inwards. Doing so will reveal the time and today's date, and it will also give you 5 different options to choose from here on the right-hand side of your screen. We want to select this sprocket that says Settings. As we do, underneath this Settings heading, we will see a variety of different options appear, and we want to select Personalization. Selecting Personalization will cause us to arrive at this screen. Our primary focus at this point is to change our desktop background, and so we are going to come down here to this link that says Desktop Background. We're going to click on that link. When we do, we'll see a selection of pictures appear, and from this selection we can choose whichever one we would like. Presently, this is the picture that is running on my backdrop. When we first received our devices, this was the picture that was running on our backdrop. If I wanted to change it to something else, I could simply click on that picture and at that particular point save my changes. When I do so, I can then exit this particular page, and you can see that my backdrop has changed. If I wanted to go back and further personalize my backdrop, I would again click Settings and Personalization, and I would return to the desktop background. And from there, I might come up to this tab right here that says Browse. This is if I have a picture that I would like to move from my desktop to my background. I can select Browse. I have a particular picture that is saved to my desktop presently, so I'm going to click this desktop option even though I have other options to choose from, and I'm going to select OK. You can see that here is the picture that I have on my desktop. It was already selected for me since it was the only picture in this particular folder. But if I had other pictures, I could select the one that I wanted to simply by clicking on the picture, and it would check mark itself for me. And then I would come down here once again to the Save Changes button and click Save Changes. Once I do, I'm going to come up here and click this red X, and at that particular point, my desktop has once again changed to represent this particular icon that I have previously saved to my desktop. The only other thing that I would mention with regards to changing the way that your desktop and other pages on your computer look is if we were again to swipe in to the interior portion of our screens and again select the Settings sprocket and again select the Personalization tab, we could return to this page, and in the left-hand corner at the very bottom we see Display. We could click on Display, and here we could change the size of options. I know that when we first received these devices, the print was very, very small, the icons were very, very small, and it was difficult for many of us to actually see what it was that we were looking at on the screen. Here, we can move from smaller to medium to a larger size, and we can determine whether or not we want this to simply change the size of all items on our screen or simply the text on our screen. Once we make our selection, we could click this Apply button, and it would apply those new settings to our device. I have previously made the changes that I'm comfortable with, and so I don't need to change anything at present, but that is what I would do if I did need to make such changes. Once I click that Apply button and those new settings are applied, I can then come up here to my X, close out that particular page, and now I'm ready to begin work in whatever way I need to do.